How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the 99 overall signature series Ted Williams debut. I'm going to be hopping into some ranked seasons. I'm at 822 rating, making a push towards 99 Chipper Jones as well for making World Series. I need a couple wins in a row. We're going up against a pretty good opponent. He has Nolan Ryan and a bunch of 99 overall signature series players on his squad as well. He sent me a friendly quit right away to start the game off, and I went ahead and denied it. He is the home team. We're playing at Ship It Field. I really like playing at this stadium, and I was first pitch swinging, very aggressive, smacking one out with Ty Cobb, first pitch fastball over the middle of the plate. It's really important to get an early lead on Nolan Ryan, get something going in the first inning. It gets his confidence down a little bit as Willie Mays smacks another one out. So back-to-back home runs to start the video off. Now we have Ted Williams in his debut at bat, looking to continue on with the streak of 2 home runs in a row, and he's going to go deep with a no-doubter. So that's back-to-back home runs to start the video off. Definitely a great way to get something going, and I thought that for sure that this opponent was going to get someone warmed up in his bullpen. Giving up first 3 batters of the game home runs is definitely not good for the confidence. He will have to take a mound visit or something, but Lou Gehrig hits one the other way for a double. Bringing up George Brett with the chance to score another run. George Brett is one of my best hitters, hitting at the bottom of my lineup, and he smacks a double. That's going to cash in 1 runner there. So that's making it a 4-0 game already in the first inning, and we have Clayton Kershaw on the mound. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I'm looking to try and get the confidence up on Kershaw's pitches early on in this game, figure out what my opponent's tendencies are at the plate, figure out what he's chasing, figure out what he's also making good contact with. There he gets kind of a late base hit on a fastball inside. Definitely a good piece of hitting with Roberto Alomar there. He's going with the steal with Ken Griffey Jr. up at the plate, hit and run, and he smacks out the 12-6 curveball for a 2-run shot. So with the patch, the ball definitely carries. Home runs per 9 does not affect Hall of Fame difficulty as much in terms of exit velocities. And I can really tell the difference. Playing more and more games on the patch, I can definitely tell the difference, and the balls are hit with higher exit velocities off some of these top-tier pitchers. So we give 3 runs right back to him after we scored 4 in the first inning. So not the best way to respond on defense, but I have been giving up a lot of runs lately. I'm expecting to go into kind of an offensive slugfest game where it's back and forth. I'm going to try and look to go to my relief pitchers early on as well. I know that this opponent already has somebody warming up. I checked his bullpen, and he indeed did have a couple relievers in there. So we have an opportunity here with Ted Williams. Once again, I was just a little bit late on that fastball or that sinker low in the zone. I noticed that Ted Williams does have a quick swing, but the load is really not noticeable at all. So you really have to kind of just gauge it by the pitch. There I was a little bit late. He doesn't really have a step or anything. He kind of just picks his foot up and puts it back down. So I'm still getting a little bit used to his swing. He does have a very similar swing in years past, but with the game, the way the game plays is a little bit different. So I'm trying to make those adjustments and hit the ball well with him in this debut. Already 1 home run, and it's a big home run. I mean, we only have 1-run lead and hit 3 homers in the first inning. So the opponent definitely came back and responded well, but he brought in Felipe Rivero. This is the flashback one, I guess, from the Pirates. I wish they would take this card out of the game, but anytime he does come into the game, I try and light him up. I got a nice double there with my creative player on a 3-0 count. I was a little bit late on the fastball up and in. That's the one thing about that card that's good, is he does throw really hard. And when I used him, I had a little bit of a tough time locating with him, but this opponent pitched pretty well with that card, was mixing it up rather well, and kept me off balance. I wasn't able to score a run in that last inning, and that's unfortunate because I'm sure that that's his worst relief pitcher in terms of overall. But I was able to bounce back in the last inning on defense a little bit, go 1-2-3, and start the next inning off with a home run from Ty Cobb. Lefty crime. I was waiting for the pitch inside. Same type of thing here with Ted Williams in his 3rd at-bat, sending one into the gap for an extra base hit. A really good card, even against lefties. He has that sweet swing and 100 power versus lefties, so he's still going to be able to hit the ball really well. A big 2-out hit allows me to score another run in this inning. So we go up a few more runs here. Rogers Hornsby smacked that one into the gap, and that's going to make it a 6-3 ball game. We have Lou Gehrig up at the plate, a 3-0 count once again, and I should have destroyed that baseball. It was a pitch inside. I was looking for it. I swung really late and did not get rewarded with a late base hit, but I ruined a great opportunity to kind of break the game open a little bit with Lou Gehrig in that last inning. Swinging 3-0 is not the move there. Should have taken a pitch, tried to get a pitch over the middle of the plate and do some damage with it. But I figured that this opponent was going to come right back. I mean, he was able to tack on a few runs in the first inning once I scored. Now that I've scored a couple more runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning, I expect him to fully respond. And luckily, I was able to get him to break his bat there, jam him on the inside slider. But 98 speed moves up to second base, and he's definitely in scoring position. We're facing George Brett. He has a really good clutch attribute, and he gets rewarded with the late base hit. So a late base hit the other way is going to cash him in a run there, and that's unfortunate, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I just have to try and get the run back any way possible as Pablo Sanchez smacks one into the gap for a double to start this next inning off. That's really big if I can capitalize and use the next few outs here to manufacture a couple runs or a run or two. And Roberto Alomar does just that, smacks one up in the zone, fastball. I was early on it, just early feedback, all over it, and hit a no-doubt home run. It wasn't a no-doubter animation, but was over that tall wall in right field out there, and no chance of robbing that one. But the opponent was also squaring up the ball here and there, lining out. So was I. The third fastball I threw in this inning, I had a quick 1-2 outs to start this off, and then I threw a fastball right down the middle. He squares it up with Roberto Alomar. Unfortunate, but he does tack on another run. This opponent was swinging at a lot of pitches inside, so I'm going to look to try and jam him up. I was able to do so, try and throw off his timing there. I got a little bit thrown off myself. Facing Billy Wagner, I had a tough time facing that card, but that was with Ted Williams in his fourth at-bat. So he's 2 for 4 already with 2 extra base hits, a solo shot. Definitely a solid debut from him so far. I'm looking to try and get one more at-bat with him before this game is over. We're in the top of the 7th inning. He's the 3-hole hitter, so I might be able to, if I can get something going here late in this game, and try and get some insurance runs. I think insurance runs are really important after this patch, even more important than they were before. But as you can see, I squared the ball up, or not really 100% squared up, but I was on those last 2 pitches, and I didn't get rewarded. It resulted in a line out or pop-up. Don't really know what happened. We were experiencing some lag here and there, and that ball is also squared up by the opponent. So it does go both ways, and I did notice at times where I squared the ball up, and so did the opponent. He didn't get rewarded, and neither did I. And then sometimes, base hit finds a gap, finds a hole there, seeing eye single, turns into a double there down the line with Gwynn's speed. I don't really have the best defensive outfield. Now that I've kind of mixed up some guys, I'm using Ted Williams in left field. I have Ty Cobb in right. Griffey is on the bench for a pinch hitting situation just because I hit a little bit better with Ty Cobb consistently. Frank Thomas off the bench is going to smack one off of Andrew Miller, the moment's extreme Andrew Miller, and I squared that one up. It's nice to get an extra insurance run this late in the game. Would be nice to tack on another 1 or 2 runs here in the top of the 8th or the top of the 9th inning since the opponent is the home team. Don't want to have any chance for him to come back in this one. No lead is safe in MLB The Show 19, especially MLB The Show 19. I noticed in years past I was able to close out games much easier than I have been able to in this year's game. It's much tougher to get the last couple of outs in the game. It's much tougher to use your bullpen and play the matchups effectively. Here I'm debuting the 99 Raleigh Fingers, 96 overall Raleigh Fingers, and he's going to go ahead and give up a home run. I was using this card in the events recently, so it wasn't the first time I was using him. I've also used the 89 Raleigh, and I figured I would try and leave him in, but it's never a good sign to give up a home run to the first batter that you face. That really affects the confidence of a reliever as well. But he does have a 3-run lead now, 9-6 ball game. And as we move later on to this one, I definitely feel good about this, but I need to clutch up and get something going. I had an opportunity once again with Lou Gehrig up at the plate, a fastball in, and I was late on it. Just my timing was not on the baseball consistently throughout the game. Had some really good swings early on in the game. It did not carry out throughout the game, but here and there I was able to have a couple big innings. This opponent has something going here in the bottom of the 9th. After 2 base hits, a base hit from Hanley Ramirez, then Tony Gwynn. Once again, he has Roberto Alomar coming up to the plate, and a chance to tie the ball game. A 3-run homer will tie it. I'm going with an 0-2 slider on the inside corner. Got him to chase the first one, fouled it off. I really could have used a strikeout there. Big out. This is a huge out. He goes with the check swing. Just really could not get Roberto Alomar out in this situation. Just very tough out from this opponent. He had really good at-bats with this card all game and hit the ball extremely well. The only out I got with him against him was a line out to third base. There he does tie the game up with a 3-run shot. Just the worst possible thing. But we do have Ken Griffey Jr. on the bench to try and bail us out, and he does hit a home run. However, I am the away team, so it's not a walk-off. I was able to clutch out and win the game. We move up to 844 rating, right around the 840s, and I'm trying to make that push towards that Chipper Jones. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the Ted Williams debut. Please leave a like and a thumbs up on this video, and subscribe if you are new. Peace out.